Cancer. Hi, this is Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you here are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Hi, my friends. Hi. First of all, I just need to thank you, like, immensely. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for all your donations, for all your support, for all your comments. Oh man, you have no idea what this means to me. And like your Patreon join it, just however you say that, for those of you that came over to Patreon to join. Thank you guys so much. It gave me so much faith, so much hope, and I could feel your love so strongly, and I really appreciate that, and you helped me out completely. So thank you so much. Thank you. Also, if you would like to win the free reading with Spirit and myself for November, please just drop something in the comments that lets us know that you would like to win it, okay? All right, let's hop into your reading, Cancer, shall we? I'm excited to bring you the messages today. This is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with you. Please only take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind, because that means it's for somebody else. It's not gender specific, nor is it time specific. Oh, wow. Yeah. Whenever the title of a message resonates with you, it's yours at that time. Just go with your gut feeling, not so much by sign, not on my channel. Thank you. Sorry, I'm a bit, my nose is a bit stuffy. But still fine. Yeah, what's going on here? Yeah, so you can reverse the placements also. I already pre-shuffled all of your cards and infused them with your energy. And we have 2 Guardian Angel cards out. One I'll read here for you, and the other one I'll read over on Vimeo and or Patreon for your extended. So this is interesting. We have 3 cards that I can already see. By the way, you can go over to Instagram at Universal Power Tarot, because I'll post the pictures of your reading a day prior. Mostly, sometimes it's the same day, but mostly a day prior, so you know when your reading comes out. And also, you can have a look at them and see whatever intuitive nudges arise within yourself, and then watch the readings afterwards. So that's a good tip here, if you're interested. So you're starting off with the 2 of Swords, which is some kind of a stalemate, some kind of a conflict that has come to a standstill, I almost want to say, because the forces are equal, and so there's not much movement to either direction. I'm seeing 2 people pulling like on a huge rope, so it's just like not giving each other the satisfaction of the win is what I'm almost getting. So it's like, yeah, a tug of war kind of a situation here, but it's really like both trying really hard, but neither one of them ready to give up the fight, which is interesting because, and my hands are getting like kind of crampy with this, because you must have been holding in that stronghold for quite some time here, Cancer. It's interesting energies, because that could very well be happening internally. And the Swords, that's the mind, that's the thoughts, that's communication. So there's something here for sure. So it could be internally, and it could as well be externally, or both. So either we're really talking about 2 people, or just internal forces within yourself that are in this position. But of course that causes friction, and that is something that pulls in a lot of energy. And the question that automatically arises, is it worth it? Like, is that really worth it? And they want me to read now the Guardian Angel card for you. Oh my God, you have healing, Cancer, healing. So it says, listen to your heart. Love is the greatest healer. It has the capacity to balance and heal your emotions, thoughts, and perceptions, which in turn will heal you physically. Your angels are here with you and will help dissolve your fears. Trust in the power of love to guide you, and your life will magically transform. This card is confirmation that healing is occurring right now. Yes, Cancer, yes. Very nice. So the second card, I cannot see yet. I can't see the other ones, which is someone trying to reach out, and another not so willing to talk. We'll see. Oops. Oh, I knew it. I really knew it. A tower moment. Because this is kind of what's bound to happen. You know how electrical charge, like the air is electrically charged and you can feel it. You can feel the tension. And it really comes to this huge cloud of thunder and lightning, basically. And I know this sounds utterly dramatic. It's not meant to. It's just like to make you understand, because that's what I'm seeing, and you can sense it, you can feel it. But the thing is, you're far away from this crash. You're far away from, like, you're the observer. You have assumed an observer kind of a stance, hence you can easily look at what is happening because you're a bit in the distance here, so you can see the energy is charging, and it's exactly like that. I think it's hot and cold energy that come together here, that form like thunder clouds, and then it's being discharged, like the energy is being discharged in lightning, in thunder and lightning. So two opposing forces, again, that are ultimately causing this discharge, and is necessary because this is draining, or has been draining your energy, and has had your focus for, or may have had your focus for quite some time. And Spirit is just like, all right, let it go. Cancer, please let it go. It's no use in holding this onto this, because there are emotions that need to flow here, you need to keep those emotions in flow. It's no use in holding on and having a tight grip on this. And then again, like I said, there is the Page of Rods, which is a messenger that is reaching out. Someone is getting all the courage they can get together to reach out to another. And again, it could be externally as well as internally, or both. So someone is very inclined to maybe better a situation. We could also be talking about an actual fight or disagreement that happened here between two people, and one person is now ready to reach out again, and is like, all right, you know what, stuff like that happens. The situations, 2020 in general was kind of rough on all of us. One person is really ready to be in the forgiving mode and really offering something here. It's like a peace offer of some sorts. And the other person here, and again, I'm just going to keep it on the external now, but very well could be on the internal. And the other person is much rather in a fighting stance still, and often with a Knight of Swords. We have like an age difference here, first of all, because we have the Page and then we have the Knight. So there could be a difference in maturity. It doesn't have to be. We could be talking about a peer that's a bit older, or we could be talking a child parent kind of a situation, or anything else for that matter. It could be an authoritative figure here as well. But the Knight of Swords is rather one that acts aggressively out of pure ego stance. And that's exactly what I was getting with the Two of Swords. You are strong enough to like battle this one. The question is it worth it? Like, would you rather continue in this fighting kind of a stance or not? The other one kind of would. That's what this looks like here for me, Cancer. But we'll see what else wants to come out here, because you seem to be ready. Whoa. And I feel inclined to say you can reverse the placements here also. If we're having cross watchers, it's probably you we're talking about here. Okay. All right. So we have 1, 2. And I'm also interested, why? Like, what is this all about? Oh. Wow. Oh, thanks. Yeah. And we're going to draw more cards. One more, I believe. What else for Cancer, please? Thank you so much. This one goes deeper all of a sudden than just the situation. Interesting spread. We're now passing like the realms, the limitations of the table. So please, if you want to have a look at Instagram, because this is quite interesting. We're now going towards myself, so I'd actually have to scooch back to have a good look at the cards. And I think that's what's going to happen, much like with the Tower. Remember when I said lightning's not going to hit you. You can easily, because you are distance, because you have the distance from the thunder and lightning, hence you can have a better look at it. And that's exactly what I need to do right now. I need to scooch back with my chair in order to be able to look at the full picture. So there's much more going on. What you may perceive on the surface or others of the situation is just that first row, which I just described to you, but there's much more to the story that goes a lot deeper here, and I can already see that. And most of the time, only the people involved will be able to really tell what's going on, not so much the surroundings here is what I feel. All right, let's see. You're continuing with the Page of Bows, which is exactly the Page of Wands. So you have a double indication of that same card, and it's you again. With the pages, there can be some uncertainty or being unsure of yourself. Really well-meaning with the Stoat here, really well-meaning. And as you can see, that like the river is flowing freely, so emotions are flowing freely, but you're still a bit unsure of your position. You're still away from the King of Wands, let's say, who's very loyal, who's very much standing up for him or herself and for their surroundings. So I feel this is an area that wants to be matured by you. It could also be that temporarily you're feeling like this, that usually you would be in the King of Wands kind of a stance or Queen of Wands, but right now that situation here, that battle has made you a bit unsure of yourself or an area of your life. It's interesting because, of course, the wands are tied to action. So it's been a little bit hesitant when it comes to action here. So the advice from Spirit comes in immediately, which is the Three of Stones with creativity. It's ground yourself immediately. And that's exactly what lightning is doing, right? It's grounding itself. So that's the perfect image. It comes down to earth. And I was just getting immediately Scorched Earth, which is also another tarot reader, so that is quite curious, and she immediately came into my mind. So either you're watching her or whatever the reference is denoting to here, but Scorched Earth, yeah, that leaves an imprint, but it'll also heal again. And also after someone has been burned, or the earth when it's burned or by fire or something, it is all the more fruitful. Of course, it's not pleasant at first and you're just like, man, it's all destroyed, but then something much better arises from it. Something entirely new arises from it, right? So there's a sense, because of the highly charged energy, to ground yourself. This could also denote to because we're experiencing more and more increased light codes coming in Cancer. So it's very important that we stay in our body and that we ground ourselves and ground these energies. And you also do this by being very present when you're in nature. So really go out to nature, talk to the rocks, talk to the flowers, talk to the trees. You can do so telepathically, right? You can just touch them and feel into their energy, and you will feel how calming they are. If you've ever touched like a tree that is centuries old, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, because their energy is so calm and so wise. You'll immediately tap into something entirely different, especially when you're kind of upset. So this is really helpful here, absolutely. And with creativity, that's of course, look, she has built those already and they're really strong, but there's still, it's only 3. So you need more. It's in the beginning processes. So whatever you started, that could be work on yourself, that could be in your actual job, that could be anything really, any project that you have started will come into fruition. And I can see that it's on solid, like it has a solid base already, very solid. And it may have to do again with that tower that occurred. Now this doesn't have to be like lately. It could have been like a while ago, years ago possibly, but it set the ground. First, It may have burned you and burned the ground, but as you gotten the distance to it, you understood why it was here, and you then were able to build something on top of it, already started to build, but now realizing what it actually is that you built. So you must have started building, to some of you, already without even knowing where it was really taking you. And by stepping back, you'll realize and see it. And your next card is the Seven of Arrows with insecurities. So again, the same energy I was getting off the Page of Rods, and the Page of Rods is right on top of this card, and the Page of Bows, it's the same thing. It's that not entirely sure where to turn, what to do, because that left you a bit insecure here, that situation, that battle. And with the arrows, that's the swords in the regular tarot. So that's again the mind. So we're really talking about mind stuff or something that may be still plaguing you, or you know how thoughts are just reoccurring. You're in the shower and all of a sudden this thought comes in and you're totally taken and carried away by it. And although it should be a pleasant experience, right, to be under the shower, and then all of a sudden this comes in and it makes you feel unwell, because you keep thinking about it, and hence you're even more inclined, I feel, to reach out to that person. But I feel right now may not be a good time to reach out to them because they're still in their aggressive stance. I feel there's a lot of growth that they have to go through still. If you want to reach out, by all means, reach out, and you'll see like where they're at. You'll definitely see. You're not the one that has... How do I put this? I don't feel like you have done anything wrong, because I can feel like a really good heart and warm-heartedness to come off this, but a little bit like unsure of what to do in this situation and how to proceed. And then, interestingly enough for you, you all of a sudden show up as the shaman, which is a complete change in scenery and in picture here. It has the number 1, which is the beginning of something new. So something old has had to go here, and I believe it has to do with mental patterns, with old belief systems. And all of a sudden you're showing up as the shaman, as the one that really pulls the strings right behind the scenes. And you can see it's a wise old man, and one who has all the tools. And that didn't come by easy. It came by really acquiring and working really hard, right? And finding all the tools, finding out how to make all of them. And that's your journey. That's denoting to your journey here, Cancer. Yeah, and willing something into existence. This is about the law of attraction as well. But you figured it out. You really figured it out. You may be working with nature spirits as well, as what I see here. With devas and such, right? And whoever else is out there. This is strong energy. All of a sudden, really strong energy. And it's like a change in scenery. Wow. And then we have the Five of Vessels, which is ecstasy, which is, here we have that young spiritedness again, but it's a combination of strength and young spiritedness. It's a combination of young spiritedness and experience. And again, like really joyful, standing in your power, yet without having lost your young spirit here, without having lost your sense of imagination, your sense of playfulness. It's all still there. So it's quite the combination here to have the shaman and the Five of Vessels here, to be dancing freely, because the shaman is really, really focused on something and wants to will something into existence. And then all of a sudden with the Five of Vessels, you're just letting go, and you're just like, oh, let's dance. Let's forget about this and let's dance. And this may be exactly what you may be doing here, right? Because you may have been focused on this whole situation here, whatever it represents to you, so much that you may have forgotten to dance. And all of a sudden you're sick of everything here, and you're just like, I'm so sick of thinking about this. And you're totally stepping into, yay, let's go. It's like, let's enjoy this ride and let's enjoy my life. It's my life. I'm no longer willing to be tied to any past events here. This is no longer holding me back. And you're totally letting her rip here at this point, which is amazing. Yes. And we'll continue with your reading over on Vimeo and Patreon to find out more. And to get more advice from spirit. So if this resonated with you, this is your first go-to, like the extended, to get more advice and how the story is going to unfold. because we're going to draw more oracle cards over there as well, and more channeling is most likely going to come through. Your second option is to book a private reading with me to get quick advice on what your next step in your journey is, and if you're stuck somewhere, to reveal where you're stuck and really present it to you so you can work through it more quickly. You can reach out and find all the links down below in the description box as well as the comment section. Thank you again, guys, for being here. Thank you for all of your support. I appreciate you. And I'll see you either over there or next time. Much love. Bye.